So, today I want to talk about pedals. Actually, the Nylonove pedals. And I bought them around 2000 kilometers ago, which is roughly 1 year ago. Yeah. And I really like the pedals. There are pros and cons, obviously. And I want to talk about these 6 things. 6 or 7? 7 different topics I want to talk about. Let's begin and talk about the price. I paid 220 euros for these pedals, including shipping from Poland to Germany. So I bought these pedals around 2000 kilometers ago, which is roughly a good year. And after calculating everything down with my math skills, I paid around 10 cents per kilometer. By now they are a little more expensive. By now you pay 240 up to 270 euros. It depends on the option you get, if you want the notch or the cutout, if you want the 3D printed top and back layers for your feet. And yes, that is a lot of money. But if it's worth it, I will tell you in my conclusion. So let's talk about the difference between the original RS pedals they used for quite a while on the MSP, the RS, the T4 batch 1, but the batch 2, which I ordered. It will arrive in February, I think, which are supposed to be slippery, but I saw this really sick mod by Alien Rights, which convert your Mten4 or T4 spike pedals into grippier pedals. They cut something with a CNC. But back to the topic. This thing is smaller, so you can see in these pictures I made quite a while ago. The length of the Nylonove is way better, at least for my feet. I have size 48, which converts into 12 in the US. Can we just say 46? Well, my feet are 27, 28 centimeters wide. Okay, so my feet are 27, 28 centimeters long, which is like a 12 or 13 in the US. It's quite big, I know. It's big feet problems. But I'm happy there are companies like Nylonove who produce big pedals for big feet. And how you can see, I was always tipping over with my toes, and I could actually feel it roughly after 3 miles, 5 kilometers, something in this range. I could really feel my toes, and that definitely changed after riding with the Nylonove pedals. I think they fit way better for big feet. You can also see the heels, it's just longer, and that makes the whole ride experience nicer. You obviously have way better grip with these spikes. It's just, I don't know if you can see this. I will put in a picture. I changed these pedals after not even 1000 kilometers. It was like 900 kilometers or so. And this grip tape is gone, at least on the side. It's just fully gone. So when you check out these Nylonove pedals after 2000 kilometers, you can see the spikes are still there. It's really nice. I think you can go with these pedals for kind of ever. You can adjust the spikes and the height. I never really did that. I was always happy with the preset. What I did though is the pedal adjustment you can also not do on these. And I angled them to a little steeper angle. You can see the angle over here. The weight is absolutely crazy. Like, I didn't expect that. These pedals are 729.2 grams, if that's the reason why you came to this video. And I haven't measured the weight of the Nylonove, but I'm telling you they felt like half of the weight. But is it a big deal to save half of 700 grams in a unicycle which weighs like 31 kilograms? And the Begode Master even 37 kilograms. I'm not sure about that. And the last topic in the category original versus Nylonove is the optic or the design. I really like the design of the Nylonove. I think they just look futuristic, they look great. Every time I look at my unicycle I think, man, that's pretty. That's a nice unicycle. And the pedals and the jump pads and all these customizations you do to your unicycle, that kind of makes the unicycle more yours. I just really enjoy customizing my stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is different EUCs have different pedal hangers. That kind of sucks because Kingsong has different pedal hangers than Begode, and I think Begode and Emotion have the same pedal hangers. I'm not 100% sure about that. Please don't sue me about this information. That's what I just found out after a brief look in the World Wide Web. I know you can use the Begode pedals, at least the Nylonove Begode pedals, for the veteran Sherman, but if you have the veteran Sherman and you think, well, I am going to buy the veteran Sherman S, I have customized pedals for my Sherman, so I will just swap them over to my Sherman S. Well, the company decided to change the pedal hangers. Great. But your veteran Sherman S pedals click now. So you cannot use the veteran Sherman pedals you had before. If it was from Nylonove or whatever company, even the originals, you will not be able to put them on the Sherman S. That's just something which is nice to know. The installation of the pedals, that's pretty easy. You have two screws on the left and the right. You open them with an Allen key. The Nylonove screws, they feel really nice. They are made out of stainless steel. And there's a little difference in the screws. So the original ones, they go kind of 2 centimeters deep in. And after a while, at least if you ride off-road as well in the mud, there will definitely be everything full with mud. So you have 2 centimeters of mud in front of your screw, which is kind of annoying if you want to open it up. Everything gets dirty. I never had problems with the Nylonove screws, which is kind of nice because they end flat with the pedal, so there's not a lot of mud which can go into the screw or the screw hole. And I disassembled the wheel a couple of times, so every time I needed to take off my pedals as well when I replaced the fan, and also just when cleaning the inside, because the RS is not really waterproof at all and not even dust proof. I also took the pedals out when I re-greased the bearings, because the bearings are also not the best on this wheel. So having nice screws is definitely great. So how did they hold up? All in all, after 2000 kilometers, roughly a good year, I think they did really great. They still look great. They have some scrapes. I had a little bit of pedal scraping. I hit some stones in the forest and some roots. The material is really good. Like, it is plastic, but the material is really good. They don't slip. The grip is just insane. Even if you get off your unicycle, you step in the mud in the forest and you go back on, it's just grippy. That's really nice, like full on grip every time. I actually remember last year using these pedals and I really didn't want to step off my unicycle, and when it happened I knew it will be slippery now, because with some wet mud in between your shoe and these pedals, they are just super slippery, and that's kind of not even safe. I will put them on my T4 when it arrives in February. I'm happy they didn't change the pedal hangers. And one thing I forgot to mention is the magnet. The magnet is perfect in place for the RS. You can use your feet to bring the pedals down. You don't need to bend. I mostly use my hands to open these pedals, but it's a really nice thing with all the Honeycomb pedals. You can just grab in the pedal and just pull. It's not like the originals where you just have the outer surface to grab the pedal and open it up. So that's also a really nice experience. Now I want to talk about the pros and the cons, and the cons are definitely the price. It's a lot of money. You don't want to put another 250 euros into a unicycle, which already was like 2,000 or 3,000 euros. And the other con is just the different pedal hangers. That really sucks. If you have a Begode and you want to switch to a King Song or whatever, you just want to upgrade or change your wheel, you might need to change your pedals. So that kind of sucks, that you need to upgrade your pedals when you change the wheel company, except Liebechem. You don't even need to change the wheel company. So you should definitely think about that before considering buying another wheel, because I was thinking about, should I get the S22? Should I get the Master, the T4, and the S22? A big reason why I also didn't get the wheel, not just because of that, but also I took in consideration, well, I would need to buy new pedals. Even they come with spike pedals. I don't know how good they are. But that's just something, if you already spent 200, 250 euros on pedals, then you get a new wheel and you know you can't use the pedals you already bought. That sucks. There's an option though with these old pedals. My friend did it with a Begode MC-M5. Back then it was a Gotway MC-M5. That's how it looks like. And he just did his own spiked pedals. He put quite a lot of work into it, but that was definitely the cheapest option to get spiked pedals. And no pro, no con thing is the pedal hanger again. Yes, there are different pedal hangers, but the Begodes, the InMotions, they usually stick to their pedal hangers. So if you want to upgrade within the same family or the same company, you usually can take your pedals with to the next wheel, except Honeycomb. And the pros, if you have big feet, it's definitely so much more comfortable. You will enjoy it so much. I can really recommend these pedals for big feet. Get big pedals. It's just so much better. The grip is such a pro. If you're just somewhere else on the planet where it sometimes rains, where it's muddy, where the weather condition is not always perfect, these pedals make everything perfect. At least they try to. It's just definitely safer to have spiked pedals in wet or muddy conditions. And the last pro, at least for me, it's a huge pro. It's the style, it's the design. They just look great, they look amazing. I always have a smile on my face when I see these pedals on my unicycle, when I see others with custom pedals. But if you don't care how your unicycle looks like, it's probably not a pro for you, but definitely for me. So in the end of the video, would I recommend you to buy these pedals? Yes, for sure, 100%, 200%. They just changed my unicycle, and every time I ride it I have a way better experience than with the old pedals. For me, they are worth the money. Like I said, I spent around 10 cents per kilometer on it, but I enjoyed these 10 cents per kilometer so much. So I can definitely recommend upgrading your unicycle with some spiked pedals. And I just think you can't really do anything wrong with the Nylonove pedals.